So actually, one of the main reasons why I use Touchpad for making beats instead of like a mouse or whatever is mostly because of like shortcuts that consist of keys that are too far from each other to be used just using one hand. For example, like a Control U or Alt U. Then I would need to do like this or whatever this or use this. But for me, being on the touchpad and having my pinky finger on the controller, it's like giving me the most control over the project as itself. So if I like just go and I want to split this, I just do Ctrl-U or just, Alt-U and it's for me. As you can see, I'm just still moving the cursor. And then if I want to change whatever, I just hit this and just go like this. And it's much quicker for me than just like, using mouse and having to like switch my hands from the mouse to the keyboard, or just like switch between this control and out and this out, And then Control Shift S much faster than just having one hand on the mouse and then just trying to, somehow do it. Then I think it's still good for moving in the project as itself. So if I just go to the end and I want to do some quick movements like copy and paste after I select it, and then I want to go Control by. One of the downsides that I have to mention and admit of using the touchpad is moving things around, which on the mouse you can just, click and hold and then just drag it around. Which here you need to use both fingers and then it's much harder to move it. Much better on the mouse, I have to admit that. But for some things like movements, that needs to be more precise, like holding out and then just slightly adjusting some things. I think it's much better because you have much more sensitivity on the touchpad as it's completely controlled by just the tip of your finger. Which on the mouse is your whole hand, so you have to move the whole hand really slowly. Then I think it's better for it to have it really close. I think it's mostly the shortcuts that, made me stay on using just the touchpad instead of using a mouse. I suggest you just give it a try for a couple of days, maybe a week.